Hey, what's going on, people? So E3 has come to a wrap, and I still have a few things, to say overall about this year's event, but I thought it would be fun to discuss, not necessarily my most hyped games from this year's show, although at least there will be some in here that are, but to talk about the games that visually, through unique art styles or whatever, grabbed my attention. Some old from last year, some brand new, but all certainly from my point of view, looking very, very beautiful in terms of their art direction. So, let's not waste any time and let's get stuck straight in. At first, I wasn't sure what to make of Spiritfarer as a game, when I first saw it. But what I did know is that I like the art style, which as the trailer progressed, also showed some lovely, lighting and certainly some beautiful and peaceful looking scenes that that are right up my street when it comes to grabbing my visual attention. The game, initially reminded me of Forgotten Anne, which I recommend, by the way, if you haven't heard of it or played it. I played it on the Switch, but it's also on PC and other platforms. But also, in Spiritfarer, I caught glimpses of Studio Ghibli, like settings. For example, if you all have seen Spirited Away, that one absolutely beautiful train scene when Chihiro gets on the train and you just see lovely, watercolor-like backgrounds just passing by as she's just sitting there. It's a beautiful moment in that movie. And we all know that every single person, in the world should love, Studio Ghibli. But Spiritfarer looks like, a very relaxing and also beautiful game. So I definitely got my eye on that one. Way to the Woods looks, once again, beautiful. I've been meaning to do a video on my love, for playing as animal protagonists in video games, because I find them vastly more compelling in terms of gameplay mechanics than your average human type of characters. Just with animals, just their natural abilities lend really well to video games, I feel. But anyway, Way to the Woods looks absolutely beautiful, I thought, and this game is clearly about appreciating, the natural world, something humanity, greatly and urgently needs to get back in contact with, if we're going to live on a healthy planet, So I'm always for additional mediums like this, using art and nature to convey messages. I'm not expecting, a crazy amount of gameplay from this game, but for it, to be more of a visual treat and one, you just enjoy, mildly engaging with some, via some simple gameplay mechanics. Like it's almost like a watercolor come to life, and I just think it looks absolutely beautiful. So yeah, a very good looking game. Unexplored 2 is my next pick. I love adventures that seem to dump you in an unexplored, desolate and dangerous world where there are clear indications of civilizations long gone. The current world almost like hinting that its current state was because of those civilizations long gone. I suppose once again a stark artistic reminder of a possible future for humanity. But doom and gloom aside, this game visually caught my attention, because it also reminds me of the game Sable, if you've seen that, which we saw last E3, which in turn reminds me of games like Hyperlight Drifter and even elements of Star Wars, notably from regions like Tatooine and with the Sand People, etc. It's got an almost cel-shaded comic book, style to it. Certainly grabs my attention and also reminds me of some classic old school type of artwork that I used to very much enjoy.
And act in the present. You can rewrite the future.
Chris Tales is another title. Well, I'm not sure about the game itself. You can see RPG elements in there, and it also actually, kind of reminds me of Child of Light from Ubisoft, which was another great looking game. But art style wise, I think this looks pretty unique. It seems to have multiple layers of 2D scrolling on like a 3D bed. That gives off its 3D illusion when you see the character walk into the background. And the art style itself, it's like it's been taken out of like a stylish magazine or something. Almost French in its style. But overall, a very pleasing to the eye, I feel, and can make for a very charming, story-based RPG game.
Haunted hotel with floor after floor of oddities. Many traps and mischievous ghosts lurk within. What will befall our missing Mario and friends, and his dear brother Luigi? Their fate rests in your hands. Luigi's Mansion 3.
Personally, I think Luigi's Mansion 3 is one of the best looking games on the Nintendo Switch so far, and it's pretty much, how I wanted the game to always look in HD. Nintendo have created a world where the characters of like the Mushroom Kingdom look like they've come straight out of a quality CGI movie. I feel all beautifully animated with cartoonish like expressions, and the art style itself, how it focuses on like crisp textures and absolutely stunning lighting has been crazy excited to play this game. Amongst all the awesome looking gameplay mechanics that I can't speak at the moment. How could anyone in my mind not think that this game looks visually stunning? I mean come on, it looks absolutely incredible, and definitely more of what I want to see from Nintendo going into the future. And I was so glad to see this game again looking as good as it did, because the initial trailer, as you might know, left me feeling not too hyped up, but this one just cleaned up everything, and I cannot wait for this game.
A curse. We can't turn back now. I've gotta know the whole truth. He's still alive out there. I know he is.
Then next up we have Astral Chain. After watching every inch of the gameplay demonstrations on the Treehouse Live, this game now looks like an anime fan's dream come true. Which makes me also beg for the Ghost in the Shell game that looks and plays similar to this. And I noticed on Twitter today that the developers said that they were influenced by Ghost in the Shell, which is just crazy. I absolutely love the cell shading on these anime like character models, and once again the lighting used around the world is stunning, with attention focused on that glorious neon lit cyberpunk like aesthetic, that does all kinds of good things to my balls. All of this beautiful cell shaded like cyberpunk goodness wrapped around Platinum Games' glorious combat gameplay, and I think we have ourselves here an amazing Ghost in the Shell police Nords like adventure that could easily be a Game of the Year contender. Absolutely beautiful.
I pray that she learns much in the course of the hardships that undoubtedly await her.
So what's this? This looks like a Harvest Moon mixed with a side-scrolling kung fu game, with a beautiful art style, reminiscent of Lost Winds on the Nintendo Wii. If you ever played those games, which are great, and they had a beautiful style back then. But yeah, yes, please to this. I love the look of this game. Graphically, it might seem a little basic in some areas, but look closer and it's full of wonderful little details with rich colors and lighting, and it makes you crave for a new Goemon, mystical ninja game. If you play those on the N64 or the SNES or whatever, I'd love it with a similar art style. I've always been drawn to games that have an Eastern influence. So few of them can make that like the Japanese countryside feel so vibrant and fun. Other games like Okami achieve that. Certainly this is a nice looking game, and the gameplay itself looks pretty solid. So I'm definitely going to keep my eye on this one. Next we have Baldo, I think it's called, which I think was announced around E3 time, at least definitely with a trailer on the official Nintendo channel just afterwards. Either way, what can I say, about the look of this game? Once again, another game, with a beautiful art style, similar to say Ni no Kuni and obviously Zelda, which I think is clearly taking inspiration from when I was looking at the gameplay. See rats in the sewer and all that stuff. And personally, I just love cartoon-like art styles, in video games like this. And it's another title focusing on all the little details, in the background that are bringing this world to life. And you can see that it's also probably heavily influenced by Studio Ghibli, once again, with the giant robots and stuff like that. But yeah, another one I'll definitely be keeping my eye on for sure. Next up, we got Ori and the Will-O-Wisps. What else can I say about this game? Visually, it's possibly either the or certainly one of the best looking 2D, well, I say 2D, 2.5D, 2D side-scrolling games I've just ever seen in my life. It is just visually staggering how good this game looks. And after playing the first one and then utterly falling in love with it, this is going to be day one for me. I don't have an Xbox One, but it's coming to PC on Steam as well. I'm just going to be absolutely all over it. And I'm just, even though the weight is agonizing, I need to put it to the back of my mind. But look at this game. It's just what other games look like this? Really not that many at all. It's it's absolutely breathtaking. And everyone needs to play this game, or at least pay attention to it, because it looks incredible. And last, but certainly not least, and personally for me, one of the best looking games I've ever seen. We have Link's Awakening. Link's Awakening, if you don't know, is a very special game for me. On the original Game Boy, I done a video talking about it after the remake's first reveal. If you go back to that, I should give you some background as to why this game means so much to me. But we're here, to talk about how gorgeous this game looks, and for me, this is the type of evolving art style that I love seeing in the Zelda series, which refuses to stand still, but gameplay wise and art wise, it's just, this is the Zelda series, and it's, if you're a long time Zelda fan like me, this game should do nothing but tickle those sweet spots. I've never seen an art style like this in a video game, off the top of my head. For me, it's just perfectly, captures the feel of Link's Awakening. What can I say? Just look at this game. It's vibrant, beautiful, looks like a diorama, and for me, just screams video games. But anyway, I think I'm done here. you know, just a few games that captured my attention, you know, through their art direction. You know, let me know your thoughts on my choices, and, you know, of course, you know, any I might have missed, or ones that grabbed your attention, and I'll reply to everyone as always. Yeah, I can imagine after this video, you know, there's probably 1 or 2 games that I just, you know, that crazy hype for, just completely forgot to include in here. But yeah, you know, bring those up if you think of them. But once again, you know, thanks for watching. Take care all, and peace.